Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I want to speak about future of democracy. It is true that democracy, which to all intents and purposes is a government of the masses for their welfare, has its defects. But that does not mean that democracy has failed and should be soon discarded. In fact, unless some better form of government has that democracy is conceived and planned, democracy will not lose its appeal to the people. In the past, the world tried unlimited monarchy, aristocracy, and oligarchy at different intervals. And today, at any rate, in the face of democracy, it is not at all willing to go back to any one of them. With the fall of Nazism and fascism, even the days of dictatorship have been numbered. No individual in the present era will like the idea that his liberty may be crushed wholly, reducing him to a non entity, and that he may be sacrificed without any scruples at the altar of the omnicompetent and infallible state, which after all is something imaginary. Most of us have no charm whatsoever, even for the dictatorship of the left prevalent in Russia, which does not brook any political opposition and is hostile to all ideas of individual freedom. When there is nothing better to replace democracy, it will better to cope on with it and at the same time try to eliminate as far as possible its glaring defects and limitations. Of course, capitalistic democracy can no longer work in the present age. Only a socialistic democracy which provides equal opportunities to all the rich as well as the poor and removes economic disparities can succeed. It is very heartening to find that India is gradually becoming a socialistic democracy. Political democracy means nothing if divorced from social and economic democracy. Democracy is not going to fail because it is based on the consent of the people and not on force. It ensures liberty, equality, and fraternity. In it, there is no privileged class. The noblest thing about it is that it is based on the doctrine that the state exists for the individual and not the individual for the state. This form of government is best suited to the growth of one's personality. It promotes a better and higher from a national career because the citizens feel that they are an integral part the government. It will not be out of place here to consider some of the charges leveled against democracy. Lucky stigmatized democracy as the government of the poorest, the most ignorant, the most incapable, who are necessarily the most numerous. So, in order to make democracy the government of the intelligent, the government concerned will have to provide a system of free and compulsory education for all. If the masses are educated properly and develop political consciousness, democracy is sure to succeed. In England, masses and intelligent and wide awake and liberty loving, and therefore perhaps England is almost a perfectly democratic country. Political parties in a democracy do indulge in mud slinging and unhealthy propaganda against each other. But with more of education and training in politics, the chances of and ill will between two political parties can be minimized. To conclude, the modern capitalist democracy has no future because it encourages the growth of class struggle, which is detrimental to the peace and stability of the state itself. A capitalistic society can't be democratic. Only socialistic democracy will survive. Economic democracy should precede political democracy. Thank you so much.